Well, that's a stinger. I officially lost a buck. I don't know the last time I lost a buck. Here's the trail. Last trail is on this old migration trail right here. Wow. Oh man, does that suck. Sucks. Shit. I'll put the camera down here a sec. Hiked up to the top of this hill yesterday afternoon. Checked the camera, I'd left it there a month ago or something. And there's a whole pile of buck activity for a week right after I left. And then found some big tracks way down below the bottom of the mountain, and I always know where they're gonna be. They're always gonna be on the top. So circled around, went straight to the top. Checked the one camera, and I found all these videos. And I saw the big old 2-point, and I know who he is. I cannot believe he's still alive. I know for a fact. That buck is probably at least 11 years old. I first met him probably 6 years ago. Probably 6 years ago. Growing velvet. And I let him go. I could have shot him a few times, and he's always been here. Go somewhere. I got him on trail cameras. I don't know how many times over the years. He's always been basically the same buck. And I really needed one more deer for our jars, for jarring, and then when I saw him, there's a real nice 5-point on there, 4-point, but he needs to grow. And then he's stunted up. He's so heavy, such an old. And anyway, so I circled around the top of the hill. Nothing, no fresh tracks. Went to another angle, and then boom, bucks peeking out from the other side of the top of the hill, where I normally would go through anyway. There's no way I would have seen them. I would have got up on them regardless if I'd have seen that buck or not. I seen him at about 300, 400 yards away across the cut edge of the timber on a rock. Like, okay, there they are. There's somebody. I don't have binoculars, so I'm hunting this big timber. I don't use binoculars. Deer hunting in the timber. So I circled around, got up on that buck, called him right up to about 10 frickin' yards. Then he kind of spooked me down the hill and he kept looking to my left. I almost thought about shooting him just for the jars, but he's just too young. Not much meat. So, and there's some good mature bucks on my camera, so he kept on looking to my left, like he's screaming at me to look left. So I look left, and here's a big butt, and there's that great big 2-point. It's him, 20 yards from me, screened. He steps out, I drew back. My arrow left my bow like this, just like that, over his back, just over his shoulder. Like, what? He spooked down the bluff, so I went back out of sight, cornered around, came above the two of them again, broadside, 25. Shot again, the arrow goes like this, just like that again. Missed him. I'm looking at my frickin' arrows, and I don't know what I'll show later on. I think it's the rage ones where the blades go like this, and they fan out on impact. Well, the one blade sticking out, going all over the effing place. Meow. So I'm trying to work the blade with my fingers, trying to get him in again. He's right there. And then they spooked down over the bank again. I went after him, got on him again. Drew back 20. Pin dead on low. Get a real gloomy, dark light shot. Sounded like it hit bone, which isn't a bad thing, like rib. No plunk like gut shot. And then down he goes. He goes running hard. Down, straight down, running hard, hangs left, and I just catch him running hard through the timber. And almost instantly, it's like the lights went out on a dimmer switch. Big, dark cloud comes over. I mean, dark. It got so dark in the timber, I'm like, holy shit, it's gonna be pitch black walking out. What the hell's going on? And then all of a sudden, pouring rain, then hail, then mixed hail and sleet. Big thunderhead, whatever you want to call it. Like, you got to be kidding me. So, I left. I had the GoPro going the whole time, but it's on my chest, so it doesn't show the shot or anything. So I left. Got up in the morning, hiked to the top of the mountain, went up the route I thought he might have come down in case I bumped into him. There's patches of snow on the moss, new snow. And then I got to the top of the hill where I shot from, and I got the video on my phone now through the GoPro app. Started tracking my exact movements, got to exactly where I shot from. Looked down to where the impact was, no arrow, no nothing. Snow on top of tracks. Snow's on top of everything. looked and looked and looked and looked and looked, but he looked like he was running hard, so I kept going straight down that the direction he went, but I'm going like this. I'm going back and forth down that draw. Nothing. And then I got to this muddy dirt spot in the trail about 600 yards down the mountain, 500. I'm about ready to toss in the towel, and there's first blood on one patch of snow. Shitty blood. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And here's this game tail right here is coming down it. So now it tells me that either I found 4 fresh tracks, boom, boom, across the mud. So that tells me all 4 legs are working perfect. He's following the trail, so he's clear of mind, he's thinking. And shitty blood, like he stood there. And snow was on top of it. But now I'm out of the snow line, I'm getting a little patchy, it's like this. And then I started following his tracks down this trail. And come out in the open, there's a little bit of patchy snow, and he just kept on motoring down this trail. And now absolutely no snow, didn't lie down. And he's gone about, I don't know how far now. How far? I don't know. Half kilometer? Gandhi. Then he came to a river down there. I think he crossed the river. Oh man, that sucks. What a shitty deal. That's it, those mechanical broadheads, done. Absolute divorce, never again. Never again. Do I blame it on the broadheads? Yes. Yes, I do. Shitty. Well, I hope he's alright. One thing for certain, I know that buck's lived an extraordinarily long life. He is so old. I'll look back if I count my files. I'll find him. I'll see just how old he is. He's always been the same 2-point forever. Always. I noticed when he was walking towards the 3-point, his hair was all like a dandelion, so I'm pretty sure there's a doe there somewhere that I couldn't see. And that 3-point wanted to come up and pinch that doe from him or something, because he was coming over to, he's like, get out of here to that 3-point, all in front of me in this stuff. But his body, he had a real weird scar on the back of his neck too, like he'd been getting into it. Still rutting, still fighting. But his body movements were real stiff. He was a old buck. I was thinking when I saw that blood, I'm like, oh my God, what are these teeth gonna look like? There's no way that buck isn't at least 13, 12, 13. There's no way. He was right alongside, yeah. Anyway, that's my story. Gotta admit defeat too, right? It's not, you can't just talk about the victories. But I honestly cannot remember the last time I lost a deer. And I lost a moose with my bow about, I don't know, 10 years ago. 10, maybe? There's been a lot of games since then, but oh, it's such a shitty feeling of loss. It's just such a, ugh, I don't like this feeling. It just sucks. It sucks. I had a shitty feeling. What do you say? I don't even know what to say. I guess when you play the game long enough, right? Play the game long enough, everybody gets a turn. Everybody. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how many years you got under your belt. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many game manuals you got under your belt. It doesn't matter how many game manuals you found for your buddies. Don't matter. You play this game long enough, you get your turn. What a shit sandwich to eat. An actual shit sandwich might even be better than this feeling. Huh. Ah, damn it. Anyway, I guess sniveling on here isn't going to do much good, is it? Lessons learned, right? Lessons learned in life. You can't get better unless you fail at everything. Gotta fail at everything. Yeah. Oh, shit. Later.